Hi, back. I'm back. So I just posted a video on like how design isn't dying, and we should actually enable AI to, you know, use as designers. So just wanted to talk about how do I use AI in my workflow, and yeah, I'll not do like a showcase of how exactly I'm using it, but I can just talk about it, and maybe this will help you guys out in any manner. So yeah, let's start. First of all, yeah, ChatGPT, because that's like something which came out in the start, and has been there for a while. uh, so I started using it, and maybe it's a bias, but I like it more than Claude, like how ChatGPT writes copy and how it helps in brainstorming, um, how it actually like writes or like enables you to think quicker. So yeah, I have been using ChatGPT since it has come in the picture, and still my go-to for UX copy is ChatGPT. For brainstorming, it has changed a bit. Like uh, I use Claude more, but yeah. So the first one is ChatGPT. Then I started using Lovable. So Lovable is a great tool. I feel it's whatever tools I've used till now. I feel Lovable UI is very thought out, and it looks good. Um, I'm not talking about the UX. I'm talking about the UI, and I've always been that my UI isn't that great. Um, I feel I can use some options and think in that manner, and think that okay, which one is the best UI to make. So I've always wanted references when I'm making UI so that my UI looks good. Um, so yeah, so I use Lovable. Let's start small. Like I use Lovable to try out ideas. So for example, I'm solving something, and like a smaller thing. So your feature or what you're working on can be very big, but you want to like maybe break it into pieces and see that uh, how does Lovable actually treats the problem. So, and it can be very generic. You don't have to maybe in the whole page you are just concentrating on one section to see that okay, what I have to solve here. So just that one section you can ask Lovable that okay, this is the section I'm solving, um, and this is what I'm trying to solve. So give me all possible options of UI which I can uh, use in this, right? Now they make you 4 5 options. Like Lovable makes you 4 5 options. Those 5 4 5 options, you can see which one best suits you, and it actually becomes like it actually gives you a very good starting point. I feel obviously their solutions won't be exactly correct, but at least you'll get a starting point. How did they try to solve it, and make it better according to your use case. So to make it to make it understand your whole problem can be a lot of work. Maybe you have to prompt it again and again and make it in line with what you are thinking. But yeah, that is one of the starting points. Then if there's a feature which you want to test out, um, or you quickly want to mock things up, so I feel Lovable is great. You can just say these are my screens, can you mock it up as a prototype, right? And now you have a prototype in hand. So you can test it with users. So once we did a A/B testing with a Lovable prototype, which gave us results and which gave us, so it was A or B. So uh, we were confused that which one is the perfect choice what we have to take. So yeah, it helped us make a prototype, it helped us do user interviews. We used to send that link, those two links, and try it out. So yeah, a very good way to like speed up your process, give you options in UI, give you options in interaction. So how, what does happen on a click, right? um, there are many, how does it open up. So this is very good when you want to when you make a prototype and you can send it to your devs for reference, and they can actually visualize some, like visualize things that okay, how does she want this to open up. Because sometimes what happens is in your designs you can't achieve, or it takes a lot of time to actually prototype it, and you have to make all the considerations and everything. So in Lovable it becomes very easy. You can prototype things faster, plus it behaves in a web app kind of interface. So um, it's all thought out, and you know how will the scroll happen, how will the interaction happen. So it becomes more clearer in a prototype, which in Figma you can achieve it, but it takes a lot of time, plus you have to spend spend making all the different edge cases, all the different screens for it. So yeah, it actually helps you like do it better plus faster. um yeah, because it's like a live prototype which you can do, you can play with. It's not with just a few interactions. So yeah, the second one is Lovable, which I've been using since more than a year. So now third one is obviously Claude. Yeah, so I just got a subscription of Claude Code, and I've been trying it since like 15-20 days. So whatever I've got till now is just based on those 15-20 days. So before this I was using Claude, but for as like I wanted to see sometimes that what ChatGPT is generating and what Claude is generating. So is it different, which one is better, which one I should use. So I used to do it in that fashion. But right now, because Claude Code is everywhere, and every designer needs to like get into the speed and just start using it. So in that case, how I'm using Claude Code is that first of all, the chat feature I use it very much for brainstorming things, like how you speak to yourself when you are brainstorming a problem, right? So I speak to Claude that okay, this is something what I'm trying to solve. Do you think I'm going in the right direction? What all edge cases do you think is there? Do you think what solution I'm coming at, is it uh, is it is it good, or I should think of anything else? So it helps you think beyond sometimes, because uh, because that's what happens when you go for reviews, right? Like when as a designer or as a person also, you can think in a certain angle. Now when you do multiple reviews for the same thing, everyone has their own perspective and everyone has their own opinion, plus uh, they come up with okay, what if this happens, what if that happens. So these things you also think of, but you are also human, you can't think of everything what can happen in a feature, right? But it but now with AI and with Claude, you can actually say that okay, what are the edge cases which I'm not thinking of. So it'll actually throw you back questions. So previously I was seeing that ChatGPT and Claude were working in a manner that you ask them and they used to come up with just answers. But now with Claude, at least I see that, it actually it actually it actually questions you back. And now you can actually brainstorm it with together. So when they ask you questions, you answer them, and it actually enables you to get to a space that, okay, yeah, let's say he or she like Claude also understands your problem, and you also understand, like you also feel more confident of what you're building. So yeah, I use the chat feature for that. Plus it's very good to make like UI. Like if for example I'm trying to see that, okay, this is the tab structure, and if I want to have like a sub tab structure, how do I do it? So you give a prompt to a Lovable, sorry, Claude, and it actually mocks you up like all the options which is possible. Now you have a set of options, and you can see that, okay, uh, which one is better for my use case. um, it it helps you like brainstorm a lot of things apart from design. Like for example, when you're working, you get like devs questions every other day. Okay, how will this work, how will that work? And they just need a reference. Okay, how will it work? So you can just go to Claude, ask it, take a screenshot, send it to dev. So that makes your process very faster rather than going to Figma and just mocking things up. It takes a lot of time. Plus in Claude it's more faster. Yeah, mocking up stuff. Plus actually in many other things. For example, I'm working on design system as well. So now I want to see that, I want to make usage guidelines, right? That, okay, this is a component which I have made, how do you use it? So you can just explain it to Claude, and they'll write it in a fashion. Plus make like a explainer kind of illustration, so you can send it to other designers for reference. So these things uh, is very good at Claude. That's something what is not there in ChatGPT. Plus I've used the code feature for for actually the Figma MCP thing, that you can give it a prompt, and it will actually make you the designs on Figma. It's great when you have to mock things up, but I feel it takes a, like, I have not been using it so much, but it's just been 15 days, so no judgment. But like for me, I feel whatever it was mocking up was not up to what I was trying to make. Maybe my prompting style wasn't that great. I've like seen myself that I go to chat feature more rather than walking up straight into Figma. It's very great when you have to like just show, okay, what we are trying to achieve, and like a quick mock just to get a confirmation that what you're thinking, is it correct or not. So just tell in the code interface that, okay, this is something what I want to achieve, how do you think it works? And they can make you like a whole flow for it, and then you can go to your uh, PM or like any stakeholder and be like, okay, this is what you something you want, like a double confirmation. And now when you get that confirmation, you can actually mock it up according to your, yeah, your UI or like that. And I feel the code feature is not up to the par where it actually takes references what you are saying, that, okay, I want this kind of UI. uh, but maybe I'm just starting out, and maybe I have to just add more um, plugins, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much of how I use it. I don't think so I've missed out. I use these three, which is more. I know a lot of other things exist, but these are the three which I am using. And I hope this yapping session helps you in any manner. Um, yeah, thank you for Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.